Good evening, everyone. We'll be starting the session in a few minutes. We are just waiting for others and Dr. Manoj to join. Good evening, Dr. Manoj.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Good evening. No, I would like to welcome one and all for this wonderful program, which what me and Jaila team, we had planned was to start a patient education program every month on second Saturday. We will be discussing one topic on diabetes and lifestyle disorders, and we'll be happy to take up questions, doubts, queries with all our patients. And the patients themselves, they can interact among other patients and try to take it forward. Because always I used to, whenever during my study time, my professor used to tell me that patient education is the key treatment towards management of diabetes. And because of internet, YouTube, and social media, patient education has gone into different angles, where whatever they read into the articles, they feel that is patient education. But whereas moving towards proper choices, that is what is very important. So with that concept in mind, we thought we will start, and I spoke to the Xyla team, and they said yes, we can move forward in connecting people. In fact, right now it is a COVID time where we have been connected an online network, and one way it is good because at least everybody is at in their free time we can get connected. So today's topic is on diet, and as I always say, that diet becomes a key integral role in management of diabetes. 20% of your diabetes management takes care because of diet. In fact, scientifically, if you see the first trial which was done in diabetic patients, that was UKPDS trial, which was in newly diagnosed diabetes. So what they did was like for 6 weeks, for 1 month, and those patients were put only on diet therapy. And after 1 month, medications were given to them. In those patients itself, approximately 0.7% reduction of A1C was seen. So it plays a very, very major role in your management of diabetes. So today's topic will be on diet, which they will be taking forward. And then we will have some discussion. So over to you, Zaila.
And we have Miss Anusha as well. And they'll be taking forward today's session. Over to you, Ms. Diksha.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Doctor. Thank you for such a nice opportunity for letting us, Zaila, interact with your patients, and hopefully, we as a team will be able to make a difference in their life and educate them on what all things they need to keep in mind while we are fighting with diabetes. As Dr. Manoj said, that diet is one of the major part that plays in managing our blood sugar levels, in managing other of our lifestyle problems along with diabetes, like there is hypertension, high cholesterol levels, your weight management, and number of things. So today, as we are here to discuss about what kind of diet we should take if a patient is diabetic, what kind of food products we should totally avoid, what is the one thing that we need to take care when we are on medications or when we are on insulin. So we will be covering all of those pointers, and after that we can definitely discuss the things that you guys have questions about. So first of all, as you all are the members of Xyla team here, and you must have received a diet plan from our side. So we here focus upon having a nutritious diet, a balanced diet that helps us in managing blood sugar levels. Blood sugar levels totally depends upon somewhere what we eat throughout the day, what we have been eating from so long, and what we are having today. Because on that, somewhere post meal sugars are totally dependent on that. And on the basis of that only we get our 3-month average HbA1c levels. So what is balanced diet about? Balanced diet is
Hello.
a diet in which every food product is present, every nutrient is present in it, in the amount in that is required by our body. A proper amount of carbohydrate, a proper amount of fiber, a proper amount of protein and fats. So, what is carbohydrate? Carbohydrate simply is the rice, chapatis, wheat flour, or the millets that we consume. They are the major portion of diet. You always must have come across that one should take less of carbohydrates when we have diabetes. Definitely, because carbohydrates are one of the sources that gives us the maximum amount of energy and glucose. So we need to choose very wisely what type of carbohydrate we should consume. The carbohydrates that have low glycemic index, that does not shoots our blood sugar level instantly, should be chosen by us. And along with that, the portion size plays a very much important role. Not only choosing the type of carbohydrate, but planning how much I should consume and at what time I should consume the carbohydrates, that is very much important. So whenever we are having our 3 main meals of the day, carbohydrate should definitely be a part of your plate. Like chapatis or rice should be included in it, but in a proper portion size. As you all already have your health plan, so I would want to tell you that you please go through your health plans and see whatever portion sizes given to you, follow that accordingly. Not less than that, not more than that. The second major component of your plate is protein. Protein is something which is needed by our body to manage sugar levels, to improve your muscle mass, to reduce the fat in your body, and to get good energy to perform all of your physical activities. So, protein, what do you get protein from? We get protein from all of our pulses, the legumes, whole pulses like rajma, chana, chickpeas, all these. Then we have dairy products, milk, curd, buttermilk, paneer. Then the non-vegetarian food products, fish, chicken, and eggs are the major sources of protein. So these should be included in our diet. Otherwise, if we do not take an appropriate amount of protein in our diet, we can see weakness in our body. We will not be able to perform physical exercises, physical activities properly. You will feel tired and weak throughout the day. So that is why a proper portion of protein is required. Protein should not only be made a part of your main meals, it should also be included in your mid meals. Mid meals, as in the time between your breakfast and lunch and dinner. And how can you include there? You can have a small bowl of sprouts, or you can have a small bowl of paneer, or a glass of milk. So this will really help you out, especially the patients who are doing physical exercise, or they are doing any heavy workout like in the gym, weight training or something. They should definitely have some protein rich food product before going to the gym or before doing any heavy exercises. Then the third part, which is of the utmost importance in managing all of your lifestyle disorders, especially your blood sugar levels, your BP levels, and one of the most common problem that we all suffer from is the constipation, right? So fiber is very much important. What is what Where do we get fiber from? Which food products give us the fiber? Fruits and salads are the food products that gives us an optimum amount, the major amount of fiber. है ना? So all types of fruits and all salads are something very important that we should include in our diet. So when and where we should include this, we should definitely make sure that we have at least 2 fruits in a day. So this is very simple to add. It is a very simple method to add fruits in your routine. You make sure that you have 1 fruit between your breakfast and lunch, another between the lunch and dinner. So what it will do is it will complete your fiber intake also, and along with it, it will help you to reduce the long meal gaps. Because whenever there are long meal gaps between your meals, that leads to fluctuations in our blood sugar levels. So just make a simple rule that you have to eat 2 fruits, one between the breakfast and lunch and another between the lunch and dinner. Second, salads. How do we include salads? Salads can be the part of your lunch and dinner. So you can have salads in your lunch and dinner. This will really help you to improve your post meal blood sugar levels. Those who are having an issue or having high blood sugar levels, especially after their meals, after their lunch and dinner or breakfast, they should add a good portion of salads in their meals. Now, I get a very common query from lots of people that when I eat salad, I do not feel like eating my meal. So what do? Is we make a mistake, we just have salads and we skip our meals. No, that is not to be done. When we are asking you to add salad does not means a big bowl of salad. It can be even any one salad, like any one cucumber or one carrot or one tomato. That also gives us a very high fiber thing, right? And this will definitely help us in managing our post meal sugar. Then comes the thing, protein. As I told you, milk and curd and paneer, these are to be included in your diet because they help you in getting lots of protein, along with that calcium, you know, because we have some sort of calcium deficiency in our body or weak bones. So that is why dairy products are the very good source of it. And along with this, they will help you in giving optimum amount of vitamin D and good amount of vitamin B12, which is very important to improve the nerve health and to improve the bone health. Some patients complain of burning sensation in their feet or numbness in their hands and feet or pain in calf muscles. So dairy products and non-vegetarian food products, eggs, are a very good source of vitamin B12. So whosoever are taking eggs, they can have 2 eggs every day in a boiled form, especially the egg white part. You can have whole egg once in a while, but not regularly because of its high fat content. It can lead to high cholesterol levels. So having 2 egg whites is very good, especially the women who are suffering from diabetes. They should at least include 1 glass of milk every day because of their calcium levels. They should have at least 1 glass every day for a good bone health. Then the fourth part that I mentioned of as a part of balanced diet was fats. Fats basically means the oils. So everybody knows that oil is not good for our health. Definitely it is not, because it increases our cholesterol levels, our triglycerides levels, and increases our blood pressure over the time. So we need to be very wise when we are choosing the type of fat. Type of fat means there are 2 types of fat, which is one is the healthy fat and another is the unhealthy. The healthy fat that we get is majorly from the nuts and seeds that we eat. All of your nuts like almonds, cashews, pistachios, walnuts, these gives us omega fatty 3 acids, which helps in reducing the bad cholesterol, which helps in improving the blood sugar levels, your BP levels, blood pressure levels, and improving all of your heart functions. So having at least 6 to 8 almonds and 2 to 3 walnuts in a day is very much important. Along with that, nowadays seeds are very much available, and they should be included for a better skin health, for good hair health. The patients who are having the complaints of brittle nails or hair fall, they should include all these nuts and seeds. Seeds include your flax seeds, your pumpkin sunflower seeds, watermelon seeds, muskmelon seeds, chia seeds. All of these should be taken. Now, that does not mean these nuts and seeds are very healthy, so we should take it in large amount. They are very high in calories also, so they should be taken in particular amount only. Like I said, 6 to 8 almonds, 2 to 3 walnuts. When you are taking seeds like pumpkin sunflower seeds or flax seeds, not more than 1 to 2 tablespoon in a day. That's it, and you can easily have it any time of the day in between your meals, right? So this is one thing that is about the balanced diet. Along with it, it is very much important that you keep yourself well hydrated. Drink enough amount of water, because when we are dehydrated, it can lead to urinary issues. It can lead to some infections in our like uti you can have, or we can also have high blood pressure. So the amount of water mentioned in your health plan is very much important. So drink the amount of water mentioned to you. Some heart and kidney patients are asked to limit their water or fluid intake, so please consider your health plan while managing the while managing the water intake throughout the day. These are the basic pointers that we keep in mind while managing a diabetic diet. The only things that you have to avoid is all kind of packaged food, because packaged food are made up of lot of refined flours, lot of oil, lot of sodium it contains, which is going to impact our health. So that is why whatever you cook at home is a healthy version that we cook. So avoid all kind of outside refined food, sweets and everything, right? So this is the only thing that you have to avoid. Otherwise you can cook well at home and consume each and everything. So this was the major guidelines. Now I would request everyone, if they have any question or they want to discuss anything, please go ahead.